Hi, y'all. This is Pam at Pink Dragonfly Wings. I'll straighten this up just a tad. And here I am, day late as always, but I am here to do our day one for Dephemerember. Now then, what did I do? This is my little paper that I keep in my thing over here. It has all my scraps in it. And so I am going to, because Luise did, so let's see if we can find a writing utensil over here. And that works. And we're going to write Ephy's prompt 1. And then, because on the 29th, I guess, I'm not sure. I'm going to wait on that one because I don't know if it was the 31st. It seems like it was the 31st. So I'm going to go ahead and write it on here. If that's not correct, then we'll redo it. And this is Ephy's prompt 2. And if you've been following Luise and Barbara, then you will know that Ephy has given us a prompt because Ephy sent a special little letter here. And so I want to include this letter, and they gave it to us. This is a freebie. They gave it to us in English and in German, but I want both. So what I'm going to do before I start on the other is I'm going to glue these together. And let's see if I can raise this up enough that I can see in there. And I'm going to put one down here. And then we're going to turn it around. And we're going to put this one right here and this one right here. And I didn't want to put glue on it because I didn't want it to wrinkle up. So we're not going to put glue on it. We're just going to tape it. Let's put one in the center. Well, there it goes. It's already glued down, so it's going to be crooked. So we'll just start this one up here and make that one crooked. You know, when in doubt, make it crooked. And then we'll put us a little piece over here just to hold it down. Put that over there. Now then, let's tear this tape off. Now, I've already folded this in half, and by holding it up to the light, I think that they're pretty close. So we're going to find out. So we'll get this torn apart, and because I'm going to put this on the page. Well, see if we can get this tape up. That may be a problem. I usually can get it up with my fingernail, but as I said in my video day before yesterday, my mom and I went and got pedicures and manicures, and they cut my little fingernails off, so they're all the same length, which is cool. But I kind of missed my long one that I used for doing this. So we'll put that over there. Start here and fold it over. And, oh, there was a little something under there. Oh, my little flowers. I'm going to try to see if what I have in my head will work out on paper for our little door. Because on our letter, it says that we need to create a door. Then on December 31st, we'll get a second prompt to add to our ephemera. So we'll get a second prompt then. Right now, we have a door. And I am going to tear this because it's kind of torn on here. And I'm kind of tearing it on the English side because that's really the only one I understand. But I'm going to tear it. And then we'll ink it up. Let's see if I can fold that to tear that down enough. And then we are going to start on creating our little door. So, because we have to follow Ephy's instructions. So we're going to do that. Tear this one down here. And this is putting, one side kind of has to have the raw edge and the other side doesn't. So I think this is going to work just fine. There we go. That's perfect. So we're going to throw all this stuff in the trash. And we might as well throw all this in the trash and get it out of our way. And we're going to ink up this side with Vintage Photo Distress ink. This is not the oxide. This is just regular distress ink. Okay. Go ahead and get this done and out of the way, and then we'll see how much time we have left to work on our door. And I'm kind of worried about it because I have something in my head, and but what I have in my head doesn't always come out in the product, so sometimes we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to make that a little bit thick, but I think it's still going to work just fine. And that way we'll have it in English and in German. And yeah, that's still where I need it to be. Sometimes I get to inking and I ink so hard that everything in here shakes. So, all right. So that's all inked up and ready to go. We'll use that in a little bit. Okay, so we've got that done. Now for the door. And what I decided to do, here's all the things I was going to use. I had thought about using this little door, but it's going to fit on a page in our journal. And this is the size of the page. And that is just too small to me. It seems like it just gets kind of overwhelmed. So, because I also want my door to open, then, yeah, okay. That was a no. So, oh, there's another piece of that. Somewhere in here. Okay, here it is. I have this door. This was a freebie from Barbara. Long time ago, I think. I don't know how long I've had this, but I thought, oh, that's a beautiful door. And it's in the colors that we need. And I had it in my stash. So I thought, there we go. That's what we're going to do. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to put it on this little thin piece of, it's recycled. It's like on the, it's the back page of like when you get a 12 by 12 sheet, like a pad of paper. This is the back sheet, and there's the little, but that's not going to matter. We're not going to worry about that. We might take it off of this side. Oh, if you take it off one side, you take it off both sides. So I guess we'll just take it off because I don't want that coming up and making my paper come up. Of course, I'm probably fixing to cut that off, so it's probably not going to make any difference because this is bigger than our little piece of paper. So we can't make it any bigger than that. Pretty close to the same on top and bottom, but the side is just a little bit too wide. So let's see here. And let's cut right here. We'll cut it right to the edge. And then we'll come over here and measure and cut that right to the edge. So Let me get my cutter here. We'll go ahead and cut that so that I don't get carried away and forget and make it as big as this piece of paper, because then it won't fit. So we're just going to cut that off. We'll put that in our stash, and we'll see how that works. Okay, so now if we put this here, there's our hole. We can line it up with that one right there, and that will be perfect. Okay, so that's what we're going to put our door on. But we got to get the door made first. So, but we have that ready. So I'll put that right there too. Now we're going to get our door. And let's see here, now that we have that cut, I do think we're going to have to cut this door down just a bit. I'm sorry, I'm holding it up to the window because I can see out that window and I can see when it's lined up. And I think that if we cut it on this line right here and this line right here, I think that it will fit on this piece. So let's cut it and see. So we'll put it on this little line right here. And see how we're doing. Okay, cut it just a little wide. So I'm going to cut just a sliver. Okay, and we'll turn it over and we'll cut a piece off of the other side. You know, I love this little cutter. I love it. But I wish this little thing went to the edge of this, because I keep wanting to line things up with this little plastic thing, and then it's too short. So my eyes don't show me too much on that one's crooked. Okay. And so let's see, if we put this on here, still going to have to cut a little off the top and bottom, but that's okay. We'll cut this one off down here first. It works fine when you're cutting edge to edge and it's already smooth. It's only when you're trying to cut something inside there that makes it a little more difficult. Okay, so let's see how this is going to work. I think if we just cut this little white part off at the top of this, it's going to be fine. Okay. Whoops. I think that's going to be what we need to cut with, what we need to work with. Throw this in the trash. I would probably usually save that, but I've got so much that I've saved that I just don't. I'm running out of room. I know y'all understand that. And I think that we probably could cut this little piece of cardboard just another sliver. Give us a little bit more room on our page, but we just want a sliver. And then we'll cut just a tiny sliver off of the other side. And there we go. All right. Now then, I'm going to put this over here because we're going to use that in a minute. But I have an idea. Okay, let's put our little prompt list over there. And I need something. I'm going to put, okay, let's see what we're going to do here. We're going to cut this. We'll just get all of our cutting done at once here. And I'm just going to cut this right here at the edge. And I'm going to use that again in a minute if I need it. Then we're going to cut this little Ephy out. But we need him. He is going to fit inside this door. And when I open the doors, I want this paper to be on the inside of the door. If that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my glue. I know I have some. And I am going to, I think that I will put some tape on the edge of this door where I'm going to cut it, just because I don't want it to ravel. So I'm going to have the inside of this little door right here fits right here. And then I'm going to put another piece over here on the other side, and we're going to cut right in between there. Okay, maybe we're going to cut in there. Got that plenty. All right, so now we're going to glue around the edges. All the way around. There we go. All right, then we're going to turn this over and put this on this little paper. It doesn't really matter where it goes as long as the words are behind the door. And they're even pretty straight. So, all right, so we're going to do that one. Smooth this down here so that that glue spreads out and covers the whole area. And then I'm going to take my scissors and we're just going to cut this off here, right around the edge. Of course, I probably could do it with the paper cutter again, but there we go. Probably would be a lot easier, but oh well. Here we go. I think that I'm going to cut this right here because I don't really like that stuff on the top. So I'm going to cut it right here. We want our decoration, so we'll just cut that off. It gives us a little bit of a boundary. Of course, it'll make a difference on our little, when we put it on our cardboard, but that's okay because we're going to take care of that too. Okay. So yeah, it's going to be just a little bit shorter down here, but that's okay. We can do that. Yeah, I think that's going to look just fine. So put those in my scrap bucket. And then we're going to cut open. Now, that really wasn't what I wanted to do, was it? But, oh well, it'll work. Let's get our ruler here, and where did I put my cutter? It's over here. And we are going to very carefully put this right down the center of this door and cut from top to bottom. Quite go through, so let's cut it again. Try the other side of the ruler. I don't know that that makes any difference, but we'll give it a try. I can tell that's cutting better. Okay, then we're going to put it down here and cut on the bottom because we want the doors to open. So we're going to cut from side to side. Turn it up here and cut from side to side. I think my knife is getting a little dull. I probably need to tear off the knife part. And okay, there we go. Now then, I have a little this that I can kind of edge up these and get those little nubbins off of there that came on. we're going to fold it right here on this edge. Pretty straight. Then we'll come over here and get these nubbins off. Of course, that makes it kind of look older, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. And we're going to fold this one down. All right, let's crispy up these seams here. Okay, and there's our little door. Okay, so our Ephy, we're going to put our little Ephy in the door, like right here. And so I'm going to put a little mark up here and a little mark here to tell me that I need to cut it a little past that mark. So we'll find our little mark and we'll put that off. And we can cut this off a little bit too. Simply, goodness, excuse me. Because I'll save those, put those in my scrap pack. And then we can put him right back here on this door. Now, he isn't going to be cut to the door. So, because when we open our door, let's fold this back a little bit just so that that gets used to swinging open. Okay, so there's our door. We're going to put our little Ephy right in here. And this little Ephy came from Barbara also. That was her, well, I don't know. I don't have one. I cut it up. But she had on her website a freebie for a mailing label that she and Luise used. Luise has one and Barbara has one. And this is Barbara's because it has little Ephy in here. And so we're going to put him in there like that. All right. So, that being said, he's going to fit in here. And this is going to fit down at the bottom. And we're going to leave the little extra at the top. I have a little piece of blue paper here. Let's see if that will work on that. I think that will kind of work to cover it up a little bit. So we'll put a little piece of that at the top just to cover up that ugly cardboard. We don't want no ugliness. Alright, so then I am going to, I don't need to ink that yet. I am going to glue it though across the top. Don't know really how far, but we're gonna, this corner's a little better, so I think I'll use this corner. And glue that on there. Good, let's get us a napkin. Okay, now that's not gonna be a problem. We'll cut this off. Okay, put that in our scrap bucket. You know what? Put this in my scrap bucket too, but I may need that little tag. I'm going to cut that off because that might be just what we need to put up there as a kind of a title on our page. Save the rest of it though. And then we'll cut this down here. Okay. And we'll go ahead and ink this up just so that the ink can kind of be drying. And it won't be wet when we put it on here. So just ink it up around the edges. And then when we decide what we want to say on it, we can put it right up here. Kind of like a threshold thing. Perfect. Alright, so then we're going to put our our door right down here. Oh, now I don't have enough room. So I may have to do it like that. And that would be okay. Or I could cut off just a little bit of the cobblestone down here. And make it a little. That is perfect. And now this will fit up there perfectly. Yeah, I like that better. Maybe we can put a little flower or something on there. Alright, so we'll put that in our box. Now then, I need to ink up my edges here because I want our door to look kind of weathered and worn. So we're going to ink up the edges. Hope I'm still in camera here. Fold this back and ink up this side. And this side. And we'll do the other side. All these sides. Now then, well, it doesn't hurt to ink it just to be sure. Yeah, because when it's open, it's going to show. And we want it to be pretty, so there we go. Yeah, that looks much better. I like that. All right, so now let's ink up this side. And do that all the way around. Ink up down here. Turn it over. Ink up the inside. Paper's definitely old, so kind of cracks a little bit, but that's okay. That'll just add to the look. Okay, let's do a little bit up in here just so we don't see that white edge. And down here. Okay. Let's go ahead. Well, we can do the outside edges when we do put it on the card. So we're going to put that right there. And then we're going to take our little Mr. Ephy, and he is going to fit, well, let's turn him around. We don't want him sideways when we open the door. And then we can put him right there. And how's that looking? That looks cute. There he is. There he is. So, oh, we really don't even have to cut any off, but we'll put a thing right here and right here just so we know where to put him when we glue him down. So we probably could cut that down a little bit, but I don't think it matters, so I'm not going to worry about it. I think my glue's stuck. Where's my little pen? I tell you what, I spend half of my time hunting that dang pen that goes in the top of this glue bucket. Can't find it, so I'll just get another one. I have a little piece of magnet up on the side of my cabinet there, and I put pens on there because, like I said, I never can find it once I take it off. I really wish they... Well, that ain't gonna work either. Let's try it again. I hear it bubbling, so maybe that's a sign. There we go. Well, for a little bit. I think I need to wash this little nubbin out. I think there's a piece of hard dried glue in there. Well, good gravy. I have to do this every 2 seconds. Okay. We don't need a whole lot in the center because it's not going to be really going anywhere. We'll put this right here and line it up in the center. Before I glue that down too good, I want to, make sure he's covered in there. Okay. Now then, have our little door, put a little door on. I'm trying to decide whether tape would be better or looks like that's kind of coming open. Well, it is because I didn't take the tape off. Well, duh. Good gracious. I forgot to take the backing off of the tape when I cut it. Good Lord. I bet this one is the same way. Yep. There it is. You know, tape sticks a whole lot better when you take the backing off. There you go. That's going to work. Oh, I got it all wrinkled. Ah, that's okay. That's okay. It looks fine. And then we'll put him on here. That's cute. We open our door up and there's Ephy to greet us. Isn't that cute? I think it is anyway. All right, so we're going to glue this down. We're only going to glue on the outside edges, and I may have to do something else with this glue here. Let's get my napkin here, and what that one? See, now I've lost the second pin. Oh, there it is. We need a longer one. Let's use this paper clip here. I can get it. Well, good gravy. Okay. Straighten that out a little bit and stick it down in there. And see if we have a piece under there that needs to come out, which we shall see what we shall see. Air is getting through there, so I'm just not sure. It's just not, well, that's good, Pamela. Oh my goodness. If it weren't for goof ups. Yep, it's still got something clogged in there. I can feel it in there. All right, I'm tired of messing with that. We'll just use this glue. Let's see if this works better. Who knows? Clear that one out before I get started. So let it run to the bottom. Here we go. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Well, my goodness, is all of my glue stuck today? Now I'll get the paper clip stuck to me. There we go. Want to make sure we get glue really good on these. All right, now that is not funny. Okay, put it on here. All right, the glue dilemma is finished. We're going to put it on here as close as we can. And get it up there. Let's glue it down. Burnish it really good because it spreads that glue out and makes it stick a little better. Okay. And our little door's open and there's Ephy. Cute, cute, cute. All right, now then, I don't have any little knobs, so I'm going to try to create something. Like I said, this is in my head, so I hope it works. I have these little flowers because Ephy, you know, he does all kind of nature things and loves plants and greenery and that kind of thing. So I thought we can't just put a normal knob on Ephy's little door here. So we're going to get this little flower and we're going to get this little flower. I hope it works. And poke it right in the center. If I can get it in there without bringing blood to my finger. Oh, goodness gracious. It's so tiny. Probably would have worked better if I'd have made a pre-hole. Let's see if we can find something to make a pre-hole with. How about a pen? Since I can find it. Okay. The little flower is a little thicker than it looks. And it's got to be in the center because we want the petals. There we go. Then we can put that in the hole, hopefully. Surely that little hole there. No, yeah, maybe. There we go. And then we'll put that little flower on there and make us a doorknob. Yeah, there we go. Now I am going to put a little glue back here. Of course I am, because now I have to wait for it to all go to the bottom again. I usually keep this thing full all the time just so I don't have to deal with this mess. But I didn't this time. All right. All right, we'll just put it on the back of the flower. Just because I want it to stay. Putting the flower on backwards. There we go. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to kind of curl it up under this flower a little bit. Just because I don't want to cut it off too short, but I also don't want it hanging out there where it could poke somebody, namely me. So that'll hold that little flower in there. Let's put it on here and make it flat, and that will work perfectly. And then we'll take this one and put some glue on the back of it. and put it on our doorknob. Put it as a doorknob. Put it on our door, I guess. All right, so there we go. There's our doorknob. Now let's really very quickly, now that we have a plan and we know what we're doing, take these little rhinestones off because they get in my way. Now, let's find our pen. Oh, I just tore off the leaf. Let me see if I have another one. I don't guess it would matter if a little leaf came off. It'll be all right. Yeah, it'll be all right. Okay, we got us a hole, and we're going to put, not going to do it this time. Hey, I could probably put that little leaf back on there. I could just glue it because I still have the little leaf here. It's a itty tiny one, and I did it once upon a time. Have some tweezers. There they are. And we can put that right back on there. And it's healed. So now we'll put this in our hole. And pull that up. Perfect. You don't even notice the little leaf that was broken. Okay, so now we're going to twistify this one up just a little bit. Put it on there. Just stick that under there so it doesn't stick out and hurt anybody. Okay, and we'll squish it down to make it flat. Put a little glue on the back of it. And put it on the other side of the door. Now look at that. Is that not the cutest thing? That looks like an Ephy door. Okay, so there's our door. We open it up. We need something on the inside here. Let's see what we can find in our little bucket of things. Luise and Barbara both, I think, made, I know Luise did, I'm not sure about Barbara, made a little kit kind of thing for this Dephemerember thing. And let's see, we need it to be it's really not quite long enough, but I think I could take one of those. Let's see what else we have. Here's a mushroom. That's kind of too big. Ooh, that one's pretty. I like that. We might could just use that and not have to do that. Alrighty, that works for me. So let's cut this right here. And then we'll come over here on this side. It even matches. Uh-oh, my little thingy's not dry yet, so I can't pull it by that. What do I do with my paper? Here it is. I want that blue jar on there because this jar, this is blue, just like, okay. Now then, we'll cut right there and right there. And then we'll cut it. Line it up. That one, and then we'll cut. Let's cut that little piece off first. this one off. And we even have a little piece left. So let's see how this will work. Put this little piece right here. I think I'm going to put it down at the bottom. I think at some point, somewhere, now I've glued my stuff to my thing. I thought I had some little tickets out here from somewhere. Where did those tickets go? Who knows? Probably ate the dang things. I do that a lot. I lose them. Spend half my time hunting. If I'm not hunting something, I'm hunting the... Oh well. Maybe we can find one in a minute. These are trash, so I don't try to glue those on somewhere. And let's ink this up a little bit. Okay. And we'll get this one. Okay. Oh goodness. Okay, let's glue this one down. This is the bottle, so it goes on this side. We're going to put it right down here. And I think it's a little wide, even though I measured. But, you know, me and measuring don't gee-haw sometimes. But that's all right. We'll just cut this off right here, even. And we'll have to ink that side up again, but that's okay. We can do that. Not a big problem. Okay, and then we'll put some glue on this one. All right, let's put this one over here. Now that one was cut just perfect, so I don't know why that measure in person, I tell you. Make that stick down pretty good. Make that one stick down pretty good. Okay. And we have our doors open. That's cute. Now, there may be something in here. Here's some more tickets. Those aren't the ones I was looking for. The ones I was looking for were all there. They are. They slid under my scrap bucket. And I was thinking maybe we could put one of those up here at the top. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So we'll put one here. Oh, I think this door's a little wider. No, not really. Okay, so I want to do this one. And I want to do I guess we're just going to cut them all apart. We'll just see which one looks the best then. But I want this one, I think, over here. Alrighty, let's cut just a sliver off of this side. Just a sliver off of this side. Ink it up. Of course, I think it's already inked. I think when I cut these out, I was using these for they came with the, well, I can't even talk. They came with the freebie that Luise and Barbara fixed for us for the little, excuse me, the little folio folder. So I'm going to put those right there. Put that one right there. Okay. let's see which one looks best over here. I think maybe something that's not. I don't know, maybe this one, it's a little, oh yeah, that one's much better. Much, much better. Okay, so we need to cut a little sliver off of here and a little sliver off of here. Let's see if we cut off enough sliver. Not really. Need a little more sliver cutting. Actually, could use just a tad more. So, I think that will be all right. There we go. Ink up these ends I cut off. And put some glue on this. Put it up here at the top. Okay. We'll save our little tickets. I like that. I think that looks really cute. All right, so that's pretty much our door. We are finished. I'm going to put this on here, but I need to figure out what I want it to say. I don't know. I want it to say welcome or what. I don't know. We'll find something for it to say, and I'll put that on there later. And we'll glue this to our page. Glue that right to our page. But I'm going to let all of this glue and stuff dry before I try to glue that on. And there we go. So there's our door. Ephy, I hope that is okay. I hope that pleases you. And there we go. So sorry I'm late a day, but we're gonna get through this. So anyway, there we go. So please join us for Dephemerember and check out Barbara and Luise's web channels and join us. It's a lot of fun. So till next time, which may be in a couple of days, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Be creative. Okay, I just thought I was done. I'm not done. I did do a couple of extra little things to my door. I added some greenery down here just because I thought it looked cool. That looked like something Ephy would like. And I let it hang over just a little bit. And then I did the top. And I put admission on it. These are from my Tim Holtz stickers from a little book that I have. And then this one says, "This is our journey." And I thought that was perfect. So I inked up around the edges. We're going to put this on here, and I taped it because this is just this cardboard and everything on here is just a little thicker. And so let me see. There they are. If I can get this tape off here. And we'll get this on here. And then I forgot about the back and the letter and all of that stuff. So please bear with me. It's just a few more minutes. And so hopefully we can finish up, and this won't be a year-long video. And let's see if we can get that one up. Okay. So we're going to put our little door right here. I'm going to turn this sideways so I can have a better shot of getting this even. It's still not even, but it's close enough. Yeah, it is not even. It is not even, but it's close enough. Okay, just a little tad. All right. Now, this is the stuff that I bought, and it's this kind of funky looking grassy, greeny, leafy thing. And my mom and I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday, and they were having a big sale. And so we each got one. And I thought, that just looks like it has Ephy's name on it. So I will probably be using that again. All right, so now we have our door. And I think that's cute. Got a piece of hair in it. Can't imagine where that might have come from. All right, then this is our little book. Where's our little book? Here's our little book. And we're going to put this in here. Just like that. All right, this is Ephy's prompt. And then on the back, maybe I could put it over here. That might work better because we have our letter that we got telling us to make this door. And so I don't want it to go on here at all. I want to be able to remove it because it does have a back on it. Let's see if there might possibly be a pocket in here, or not that one, not that one, not that one. Alright, I thought there might possibly be there's a little mushroom thing. That could work. We could put it right there and then we wouldn't cover up Ephy. There's a pretty one. Let's see, I think this one kind of tends to match a little better. That one or this one? I like the mushrooms. I like the mushrooms. So I think the mushrooms it is. These others here, this one would be cute to use, but it covers up Ephy, and I don't want to cover up Ephy. So that one's not cool. All right, so we'll put all of that over there. We're going to use this one. And I think, let's see, this a little thing, these pieces also came from Luise Hansel's. She made a little digital packet that's for sale in her Etsy store. It's not required that you buy it to do the project, but of course I did. I want to support my fellow artists, so yeah, I can't even fold straight. Goodness gracious. All right, so this is how it's gonna look, and that really does match that just pretty dang good, so I think that's gonna work. So we're gonna put that, and my ink pad, we're gonna ink this up, and we'll put some glue on the back of these little flaps. You could cut those little flaps off and just put it flat, but because I did the letter with English on one side and German on the other, it's a little thick. So I think that it will fit better if it has the little tabs on it. So let's get some glue, and we'll put some glue on it. I mean some tape. Duh. I think I need a nap. I think I need a nap. Okay, so we'll pull this one off and put that one over it. So that one's kind of doubled a little bit. Okay, put our tape back over there. We've already inked. Put this on here. There we go. Put this down here in this little corner. That little pocket looks like it was made to go on this piece of paper, so maybe it was. Alright, so we've is our letter, and I could probably just stick it in there like that. I think that might work rather than having to fold it. I think that would work just perfect. So I'm going to put that there, and then we're going to open this up. I am putting on the back side of this, see if I can find a place to put this, the little piece that I put over here, that I cut off of the other half of Ephy. I want to see about putting that on right here. And that even gives us a little bit of some writing room. So I think I'm going to put that on the back of this. So let's cut it down ever so slightly. And can't keep up with my pencil, can't keep up with my little pen. Okay, we'll cut that off right there. And right there. All right, so we'll put this right here. That should be perfect to put on here. It is perfect. All right, got something going our way. Now then, let's get this, ink this up, and then we'll put it on here. And then I'm not sure what I'll write on there. I may write a little letter back to Ephy. I know that Ephy lives in Austria, I think, because Barbara and Luise live in Austria, and that they're the ones who found him. So I think that must be where he lives. And so we will glue this down real quick. Tell you what, I think, because I'm going to write on it, I think I will tape it down, and then that way that'll be a little less obtrusive with the pen. Put that on there. Tape that down just a little bit, especially on the edges. I don't want it coming up. And I don't use double-sided tape much anymore. I use pretty much art glitter glue or fabric hack, but I have several rolls of this in my stash just for events like this. And then I think I'll put one here and one here. And it works really good on the back of a page that you're going to be writing on. So I know I go a little overboard with the tape, but I want it to stick. I don't want it coming off. Alrighty, let's get our little nubbin things here and pull this tape off. Come on. And I think I have cut so much lately, cutting out all these things. Plus I redid my ephemera pieces and stuff and made some new storage. And I think I've just cut so much lately, my fingers are numb. So, okay, we're going to put this on right here. There we go. That's perfect. Then we'll write a little letter to Miss Ephy on there, or Mr. Ephy, I guess. I do have these little reinforcement things that, I think these orange ones right here, I guess they're orange, might look pretty with these flowers over here. I don't know, maybe those are, well, those look like the same thing. We'll use, oh, those are a little lighter. That matches better. So let's see. I think we have plenty of those. So, all right, glue. You you and I are fixing to tangle here. If you do not work this time, I just need a little bit of glue. Okay, so we're going to put some of these on here. And a little bit is all I'm going to get. I'm going to put that on there, just to kind of dress it up a little bit and make it not look quite so plain. And these are just some reinforcements that I got at, I think I got them at the dollar store a long time ago, and they're kind of not quite as sticky as they were when they were new, but putting glue on them makes them work just fine. And I sprayed them with, maybe I didn't spray them. I don't remember if I sprayed them or if I used my ink pad, but I used Distress ink. And since I use Distress ink a lot, I did them in all the colors, so I kind of have them for projects when I'm using that, and it kind of matches, everything matches better, and that works, and that's cool. Alrighty, and we'll put that right there. We need one more. Whoops. Okay. Now, I think that looks a lot better. It kind of makes it look finished. So there we go. So we have our door. I wonder if I have some blue ones on here. Oh, I do have some blue ones. I wonder if I have some blue ones that color. Ooh, those might work. Those will work perfect. Now let's see if we can get these on here. We may. This glue. I'm going to have to go wash this little nubbin thing out. I will promise to do that before my next video, and hopefully we won't have that trouble as much. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's going to go right up to the door, so that'll be perfect. That will be perfect. Okay, I'll take you because you're falling off anyway. I'll put you on there. Oops, let's put you right under there, so you stick better. There's one kind of coming off, so you get to be next. Then we'll put you right in here. And you're coming off, so you get to be next. Okay. And get this one. Okay. Right up against the door there. Okay. And one more. No more coming up? Yep, that one. That one will do. Okay. Alrighty. So there we go. We have our little decorations on there. We'll put these back and use those again next time. And, well, I know that y'all all came out of there. There we go. Alrighty. So now we are officially finished. So we have this one ready to write us a little note back to Ephy. We have this here, And where did I put my book? We put that right there, so we're going to put that next in our book. There we go. So there's our little Ephy front that I made. And then we have Ephy's letter that mysteriously came. Our door, which were our instructions. He's welcoming us inside for our journey. And then we'll write him a little thank you note over here. So, all right, that's really it this time for now. We'll do this again tomorrow or the next day or whatever day. Anyway, so there we go. Thank you for joining me. I hope you will join us on the rest of our journey. Excuse me, it's going to be a lot of fun. So come and hang with us. See you next time. In the meantime, be creative.